Hey folks, how are you all doing? Welcome to this live stream, and thank you very much if you're watching on live, if you're watching as a video, or actually if you listen to a podcast. There's loads of ways to engage with the show. Now, today I am going to be talking to you about Grow Live, and I'm going to be releasing details of all of the speakers. Now, for the people who don't know what Grow Live is, let me just do a little intro and then we'll go into the speakers. And if any of them are watching live, then do you know what? If they wanted to come into the studio, send me a message via Facebook. And then if you want to be in the studio with me, so let's get your reaction about speaking at Grow Live, we can do that at the end. I'll just send you the link via Messenger. So if you do, send it through. But today I'm going to be talking to you about the full lineup of Grow Live 2021. And if you don't know what Grow Live is a 3-day event that's happening in September. It's actually happening between the 15th and the 17th of September, where I've basically got 38 of the best kick-ass speakers around to deliver keynote speeches, questions and answer sessions, workshops, all in the aid of helping you learn, explore, and network. I want you to learn different things during the 3 days. I want you to explore different ideas and different mindsets and different ways of working. And also, I want you to network with the speakers and also the people actually at the event. So, that is what Grow Live is. Tickets don't go on sale until the 30th of July, but today I am going to be talking to you all about the speaker lineup, which has now been released. I spent the last couple of weeks really making the best lineup possible for you. So if you remember, if you're a speaker and you want to go live, send me a message via Facebook and I will send you the link just to make it a little bit easier. But hey folks, and thank you very much for joining us. So I'm going to get cracking. With the lineup. So the lineup is now on the website, by the way. So if you go to growmarketingmedia.com/GrowLive 2021 lineup, if I was clever, I would have put a banner rolling down the bottom there, but I'll put it into the links everywhere and you will see the full lineup. And Grow Live 2021 is split into basically over 3 days, and it's split into 3 sessions per day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the sessions, and then we're going to hopefully have a chat with some of the speakers when they are available. So session 1 goes a little something like this. Boom. So session 1 is all about broadcasting yourself. Now, in this session, we are going to be talking about networking and making you visible online. It's all about visibility and about broadcasting your message. Now, as you can see, we've got some really cool people in this one. We've got Stefan Thomas doing the keynote session, who's going to be talking about every big opportunity starts with a little conversation. Now, what Stefan doesn't know about networking isn't worth knowing. And he uses networking to win clients such as BT, Lloyds, Okima, Telecom Plus PLC, Namecheap, and so many others. So he's going to be such a good person to listen to. And he kicks off Grow Live 2021, followed by Paul Rose, who's going to be doing a workshop all about how to make the most of your networking presentations. This session, if you could do any networking for your business, if you go to events and talk to people, or if you want to get into public speaking, this is a must-see session for you. Also, during that session, we have got Q&A sessions from Rick Notley and Dan Sadler. Now, Rick Notley is a social media expert, and what he doesn't know about Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, all those other ones isn't worth knowing. So he's going to be talking to you all about that. And if you follow us on social media as well, I've just seen that all of the links has gone onto the Facebook pages, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. So it's all gone through. Followed by Dan Sadler, who is just a brilliant guy. He's a networking marketing kind of genius. He runs a really cool business and I respect him a hell of a lot. He's going to be talking all about, in the questions and answer panel with Rick, all about, again, broadcasting yourself and how he's used networking and how he's used online to make himself more visible to his people. So That is session 1, all about broadcasting yourself. Should we go on to session 2? Now, remember, if you're a speaker and you want to join us, please send us a message on Facebook and I will send you the link. I will send you a link via Messenger. So let's do session 2. So after session 1, where we looked at broadcasting yourself, we're going to be looking at session 2, which is all about your mindset. Now, your mindset is such an important tool, and we have got such a good range of people talking to you about this topic. We've got Cros Crosley, who's going to be talking all about slow down, you're going too fast. We're going to have a workshop from Keith Blakemore Noble, and that is going to be talking about fear and why it is your friend. And then we're going to have a questions and answer session, not by 2 people, but 3 people this time. We're going to be having a questions and answer session from Daniel Brown, Zoe Knight, and Christina Kokis. Now, this lineup is fantastic. Cros is an amazing speaker. Keith was brilliant at Grow Live 2020, and he's back now for 2021. And Daniel, Zoe, Christina will all look at mindset from different angles. I can't wait for this session. I really can't. And this is such a good lineup. Now, in between each sessions, but after every session, after the Q&A, you're going to have breakout rooms, 15 minutes, and then also, then we're going to go for a break. So you'll have a break between 11:15 and 12, and a break between 12:15 and 3 o'clock. But for people who don't want a break, you can come to a networking session. We're going to have a special networking session held for 45 minutes by the genius Paul Rose. So if you don't want to come, if you don't want to have a break during it, or even if you can't make the main session, but you want to come to the networking session, then you can do. I'll give you the options. You know what? As I said, I'm just going to throw a few comments at the moment. The lineup gets better. It starts strong, it carries on strong, and then it's strong going to be at the end. It is absolutely fantastic. It is honestly, the lineup is just so sweet, so sweet for this year. Thank you very much, Paul, for that comment. So I'm going to move on to session 3. I'm going to move on to session 3, which is all about, well, actually, I've got a video for this. So session 3 is all about this. So in session 3, it's all about your marketing story. So we've looked at broadcasting yourself, we looked at your mindset. Now we're talking about your marketing story. And who better to kick this off than a keynote from one of my favorite speakers, Sass Huntwood. She's going to be talking to you all about using your story to make an impact. I love Sass. She's brilliant at talking, and I can't wait for her to do a 45-minute keynote on this subject. So that kicks off your marketing story session. And this session's between 3 o'clock and 5:15. Then we're going to have a workshop from the one and only Karen Williams. Now, Karen is going to be talking to you about the Smart Author System and how you can write a brilliant business book that will also attract opportunities, but also bring in high value clients desperate to work for you. Again, really good session. Then the questions and answer session, we've got 3 speakers this time. Again, we have Jodie Fletcher, we have Vicky Head, and we have Mac Malunga, all talking about different topics, all about your marketing story. So Jodie's going to be talking about it on a slant of promotional branding items. Vicky's going to be talking to you about photography, and Matt's going to be talking to you about the importance of copywriting. Remember, all of these combined will help you. So if you're stuck on your marketing or you're not sure where to go with what you're kind of producing and how to broadcast yourself, day 1 is fantastic for you, because in the first session, you're going to be learning how to broadcast yourself. Then you're going to be looking at your mindset, and then you're going to be looking about how to tell your story online. So good, so good. And I'm looking at all of these lineups and looking at all of these sessions. I cannot wait for this to happen. I can't wait to sit down on the actual event and just relax into my chair, put on Zoom, and just sit back and relax and engage with the people. Then that will close day 1. So that is day 1 for you, where you're going to be learning how to broadcast yourself. You're going to be learning how to harness your mindset and then tell your marketing story. Kicking off day 2, you thought day 1 was strong. Day 2, even stronger. Take a look. So kicking off day 1, was Stephen Thomas. Kicking off day 2, Brad Burton, UK's #1 motivational business speaker. He's kicking off Grow Live 2021 on day 2. He's going to be talking about shooting from the hip. And it's just straight talking from Brad. If you know what he's like and you've seen him speak, imagine a 45-minute bomb dropped on you of pure motivation. This is all about business growth. So how he's grown 4N, 1N, all of his Network Central stuff, plus also his Now What Club and the club, and all of the products he's been. This, to kick off day 2, is going to be really special. Then we're going to have a workshop from Kevin Colley. Now he's going to be talking to you all about how to grow your business, and he's going to be sharing 4 things that any successful business needs. As I said, if you thought day 1 was strong, day 2 even stronger. It's actually, no, they're all at the same level. Brad, Kevin, kicking off day 2 is going to be fantastic. Then we have got a business disruptor himself, Stephen Jones, doing a Q&A with Ben Kelly. And they're going to be talking all about business growth. Now, Stephen's grown many different businesses during his business career. And Ben is a DJ who, obviously, during COVID, his business got wiped. So he's grown his business from scratch again. These are really cool people to hear their story and remember, all of these people are here on the questions and answer session. You can supply the questions for them. So if you've got a question for any of them, you can do. You really, really can do. This is going to be so cool. Just before we move on, Wayne Trice is going to be the host for day 1. And he's really looking to, it's going to be an absolutely epic event. Sass, thank you very much. We are looking forward to it as much as you are. Nicola, this is going to be absolutely epic. The whole event is going to be very, very special. So, day 2 kicks off with business growth with a keynote from Brad Burton, workshop from Kevin Colley, questions and answer session from Stephen Jones and Ben Kelly. So, remember, if you do want to join us live, I'm going to be giving the speakers a chance to join me in StreamYard in about 10-15 minutes, I reckon. So if you do want to jump on this call as well, please send me a message via Messenger and I will send you the link. I've got Messenger open on my laptop just here. I'm doing it on my phone just there. So please send me a message and I'll throw you the link over. Should we check out day 3? No, session 4 even. Session 5, we're blasting through these. So session 4 was all about business growth. Session 5 is all about this. I told you it stays strong. So doing the keynote in session 5 about your digital presence is Chris Dawes. Now he's going to be talking about the things that you're afraid of asking your web designer about. Chris is an amazing. If you've heard Chris speak, he is really motivational, really on it, straight talking. And do you know what? We can ask him anything about web design and he will answer it. There's no questions that are off limits with Chris. So to kick off your digital presence is Chris Dawes. Then we have Emma Louise Vasari, who is going to be talking about information overload, power up your digital well-being. Now, when I heard Emma Louise speak last year, I absolutely loved it. We, us two, share a lot of common interest in terms of making sure that people have got good digital habits. And her speech last year really resonated. And you know what? I think we need to hear it again because we've had pretty much a hard slog over the last 18 months. And we're on our devices so much more than we ever have been. Okay, we might be going off a little bit, but we're still on our devices a hell of a lot. So if you find it hard to switch off from tech, check this session out. So your digital presence starts with Chris Dawes, then Emma Louise Vasari. Then we have questions and answer session from Kevin Ellis and Matthew Ruddle. This is a strong pairing. This questions and answer session is fantastic because Kevin Ellis is a fantastic guy when it comes to SEO, Google, Facebook ads, all that kind of jazz. And Matthew Ruddle, he is a genius when it comes to funnels and automation, social media, and so much more. This is a fantastic session. A fantastic session. So you've got Chris Dawes, Emily Sorry, Kevin Ellis, Matthew Ruddle, all talk about different things, but all to do with growing your digital presence. This is absolutely fantastic. So session 5, again, is a must-see one. And remember, straight after that, you go into breakout rooms to have 15 minutes worth of conversation with the different people in there, discuss ideas, how you get written and stuff, and then you'll have a break for 45 minutes. Or you can come to a networking session with Paul Rose. Then to finish off day 2, we have this pairing here. Wow. So, as I said, this lineup is incredible. If I don't say so myself, and I'll put in the comment, and I'll show you some of the comments in a second. People seem to think so as well. So session 6 is all about growing your health. Now, we have got so many different people here talking about health in general. And this was putting together, this was so easy because it just fell into place. Keynoting is David Heffernan. Dave, he's a legend, an absolute legend, and he's going to do a keynote about Dead Man Walking. This really kicks off the growing your health section for me, because he's going to stress the importance of living life to the full. David is just brilliant. I've got a lot of time for him. Then we've got a workshop from Vicky Midwood, and she's going to be talking about how stinking is your thinking. Now, what a title is that? How stinking is your thinking? But what she's going to be really talking about is that it's going to be a fun, honest, and down-to-earth way of looking at why you think like you do, and how to change it to benefit you personally in all areas of your life. Vicky's been through a lot, and if you haven't listened to her podcast, please listen to her. Her journey is fantastic. Struggles, right top there, at points not fantastic, but the way she's come through it and the resilience she's built, wow. Then we're going to have questions and answer session from the one and only Robert Leet. We also have Chris Ramsbottom talking, and we have the fantastic Gareth Snelson. Now, Robert and Gareth are both PTs, but they're going to be looking at they look at different things for their clients. Robert is very much into nutrition and living a healthy, balanced lifestyle. His branding, his TikToks are fantastic. Check it out. Gareth is just recently done a qualification or a course in living with COVID, the after effects on that. And when I did a mini show with Gareth, we spoke about the importance of not doing intense exercise, just doing little and often at low levels to make it a habit. That's fantastic. Really good idea. Chris Ramsbottom, she's one of my podcasting clients. I produce a podcast for her called Walking the Path, which is all about people's spiritual journey. So she's going to be looking at it from a spiritual point of view, plus also from a kind of an alternative therapies point of view with Reiki, crystal healing, and that kind of stuff. So put it all together. You've got Dave talking all about the importance of life. Vicky talking about your habits and mindset. Then you've got Robert, Chris, and Gareth talking in the questions and answer session. Wow. This is fantastic. And that closes off day 2. So we've got one more day to go. And just before I do, I'm just going to run through some of these comments. First of all, Facebook user, we haven't got your name, but I'll go on to the price in a bit. It is ridiculous value. So, yeah, I'll go into the tickets in just a second, Paul. There you go. It is absolutely fantastic. Fab lineup. You know what? This isn't to do with Grow. This is about the speakers. All of these people that I've spoken to personally a number of different times on a number of different platforms. They've all been guests on my podcast, either the Grow Show or the Mini Grow Show. So I get them, and this is about me giving them another opportunity to showcase their skills, expertise, and for you as a person who could be going to Grow Live to come along and to learn, explore, network, different ideas, and network with all the different people. This is fantastic. This is why I do it. Then you've got day 3. And day 3 is absolutely fantastic. Um, Absolutely fantastic. And remember, if you're a speaker, please send me a message via Messenger if you want to join me on this live in just a second. Um, I'll be literally opening up to the questions and answers, but you do need to send me a message via Messenger so I can send you the link. I can't do it through here. So please, if you do want to go live with me, let us know, but you do need to send it via Messenger. So without any further ado, let's see what kicks off day 3. This is spectacular. So day 3 is all about growing your brand. Session 1 of day 3, which is also session 7, growing your brand. We have a keynote from Stacey Calder, talk about let's get visible. And for anybody who don't know, Stacey, is such a good person, and what she does know about visibility online and also in print isn't worth knowing. So please, if you want to get more visible online, this is the session to go to. Then we're going to be talking about Simon Clements. Now, he is the person who's responsible for the Grow logo branding. And also, he does my personal branding, the logo down, the logo in the corner, all that kind of stuff. That's his baby. That is his baby. He did all that, and I did all that. And I passed it on to him purely because I trust him. He's an expert in this, but he's going to be talking to you about a brand blueprint, about how to build or rebuild your brand so it works the best it can. So this is spectacular. Having Simon here, he spoke at Grow Live last year. I am very lucky to have Simon as my designer, and he's a fantastic guy. Then, so keynote from Stacey, workshop from Simon. Then we've got a Q&A session with Nicola Gorin and Fergus Matheson. Now, remember, all of these people put together will help you get more visible online and help you grow your brand. So Nicola's going to be talking to you about photography, about video, about branding. And Fergus can talk to you about podcasting, something that I'm really passionate about. And he's going to be talking to you about the importance of podcasts and how to get visible on podcasts. Day 3, session 1 to session 7 all told, is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Moving into the afternoon of day 3, and at 12:15, 12 o'clock, we kick off with this. Session 8 is all about improving your systems. So, and don't worry if you've missed anything, I'll quickly recap it in a second. But keynoting, we have the amazing Sheena White with Why You Need a Book of Brain. Now, Sheena is great at getting people to stop faffing and start doing. And she's going to be talking about productivity and how you can implement a plan system that's going to help you. Then we're going to have Alison Mead. Alison's my bookkeeper, and she's absolutely amazing, And she's going to be talking to you about bookkeeping basics, about how to give you tips to manage your business and know your numbers. So all the way through this, we've spoken about your business growth. Spoke about your mindset. We spoke about your marketing, digital presence, habits, health, all that stuff. Now we talk about the actual systems that you can put in place to get you to do more and to make sure you've got more time in your business so you can spend time doing what you want rather than what you don't want. And then we've got questions and answers from David Baum and Ron Posniak. Now, Posniak, I can't say his name. Ron P. Again, David's going to be talking all about points of financial stuff, and Ron's going to be talking about wills. So slight deep in there, but it's all important. It's all about making sure you've got the right systems and processes in your place in your life and your business to make it simple for you. Make it as simple for you as possible. And then the last session is something very special and something that I am so looking forward to. This closes Grow Live 2021. Look at that. And apologies for the gardener outside who's mowing. So Grow Live 2021 will finish off with this spectacular lineup. We're going to start off with a workshop from Jen Tiller. Now, people who don't know, Jen is a breathing coach, and she is going to help you breathe more efficiently and better. We all need to breathe. There's not a human being who doesn't need to breathe. Jen's going to teach us how and show us, hopefully in the workshop, how to do that to get even better and make us better, make our bodies more efficient. Then we're going to be hearing from Dom Fenton, who's going to be talking about don't be afraid to reach out. Now, when he told me about this keynote session that he's going to be doing, I said yes, if you feel comfortable doing it. He's been through a hell of a lot over the last 12 months, and he's going to share his journey and what he's done to kind of help it all. It's such a powerful story, and how he's navigated the last 18 months is incredible. Then, closing off Grow Live 2021, just like he did 2020, is Paul Newton. Paul Newton is back to close Grow Live 2021. And this time, I'm going to be doing a live interview with him. It's going to be a 45-minute interview where you can ask him any questions. He's going to showcase a bit of magic, a bit of mind reading probably at during times. But you know what? It's going to be so cool. Paul's podcast, Newton's Nuggets, is fantastic. If you haven't checked it out, please, please, please do. But yeah, to close Grow Live off is Paul Newton. What a lineup. What a lineup. So, just to recap, this is who we have. We have session 1, which is all about broadcasting yourself. We then go on to session 2, your mindset. Then we have session 3, which is all about your marketing story. That closes off day 1. Day 2 starts with grow your business. It then goes on to your digital presence, which then finishes off with growing your health. That concludes day 2. Day 3 starts with growing your brand, followed by improve your systems, and then we finish it all off with growing your life. Welcome to Grow Live 2021. If you can't make it all, you can pick and choose which sessions you go to. If you can't make any of them, you can choose a catch-up ticket. Early bird tickets start from 30th of July, and they start from, the early bird is 49 quid. 49 quid, you can see all of those speakers. You can get involved with all of those workshops, questions and answer sessions, networking events, plus also, if you miss any sessions, you can watch them all on catch-up. Grow Live is your place to get more information than anywhere else during that time. It's to hear more speakers in a single place. It's to dip in and out of it when you want to network and when you don't want to network. And also, it is so good fun just to kind of be in an open mindset and explore these new ideas. Now, we have got someone who wants to join us. And remember, if anybody else wants to join us, please, please, please do. I'm going to add them to stream now.
Boom.
So, dude.
Good morning, Squire. How are you doing? 49 quid. 49 quid. How good is that, mate?
Tell me about it. Chris Dawes, Scruffy Monkey, keynote speaker. How are you doing?
Mate, I'm really good. Do you know, I was having a coffee. I'm sat here watching. So why not join in? Why not join in? So this is about, mate, that lineup is exceptional. Like the value there. Right. You know, obviously we have mutual people who we know on that lineup, etc. Amazing. There is no way someone is not going to take something away from that they can use in their business. No way. No way.
That's it. And do you know what? I'm going to throw it out there. It's not just their business, because it's also about their health, their mindset. And I'm still a firm believer, and I always have been. If you grow your kind of yourself, your skills, your mindset, then you're going to have a knock-on effect, and you're going to grow your business and your community at the same time, because it's all part of one big circle.
It's all interlinked, mate. If you're not right, your business will not be right, and that is what it's about. So there's value. There's a course sort of going in how you've structured it. Of you go through this path, take the lessons from each day, bang, you're in a powerful place.
That's it. Now, I can remember you doing a questions and answer session or a live interview, one of the two last year, and you're back. You're back, which is fantastic, and I'm honoured for you to do that.
Mate, as I said, the honour's all mine, and I'm grateful to be back to be able to share to your community, and you know, there's a mutual benefit there for us both. And I love that I've been asked to do a Q&A. I think Q&As are a true way of connecting and helping with people ask those questions that they might be nervous about asking or whatever, that kind of, you know, it's a safe environment. And I honestly get a buzz from Q&As because I can go in unprepared, and I actually really like that. So there's a real reality and a connection there that you know, you're speaking direct to your audience. So hopefully they're going to get some great stuff from wherever they're at in their web presence.
This is true, and I think we've got someone else joining us. I'm going to quickly get someone else to join us. That's all right, because this all links really, really well. So joining us now.
It had to be, didn't it? Eh? I tell you what.
Simon Clements. So Simon, how are you doing? You right?
I'm very good, thank you, Gary. Yeah. I was just sitting in awe of this lineup. It's just ridiculous, like Chris said, you know. And this time it's 3 days as well, so.
That's it. Well, the thing is, last year we did it over 2 days, and we had 25 speakers, which was a hell of a lot of stuff to fit in those 2 days. Splitting it over 3 days means we've got the benefit of having more speakers, but you've also got more time to absorb that content. You've got those kind of breakout rooms where people can talk to other people and discuss those ideas, but then they can also take a 45-minute break or spend that time at a separate networking event to, again, go through the process and talk from there. So it does give people more space to implement the ideas, because we can always go away from these events kind of just all information ahead, but not any idea of how to implement it. This should hopefully help that.
I think what's good as well is the fact you've got like the actual session titles now. So it's kind of, for example, Chris's one on day 2, the digital presence and stuff, interlinks with the brand, you know, your brand on Friday morning. So, but you've got that bit of gap in between, so you can digest it, and you know, and also people can pinpoint the ones that they want to see. So
yeah, brilliant. This is it. Is there any speakers on there that you think, I've got to go and see those? Putting on.
I'll be honest, I'll probably listen to all of them in the background while I'm working. But you know, you've got some fantastic keynotes. You've got Brad, you've got Cross, you know, you've got obviously the man sat in the middle here, Chris. All fantastic, plenty of motivation. But there's some people, like you said, Emma, Louise Fazzari last year was really good. It was something that kind of shook it up a little bit, because we do kind of think about our businesses from, you know, productivity and that kind of side, but you need to think about yourself and your digital health and how you know, we're consuming stuff, especially at the minute. I've heard lots of good things about Don Fenton. Looking forward to him. Paul Newton is an absolute legend, so he's just going to a fantastic choice to close the show. There's so many good ones, but also I'll say as well is that the hosts that you've picked for each day are really good and really engaging. All bring something different to the table.
And that's actually one thing I haven't really mentioned, and thank you very much for pointing that out. So each day, I'm not going to be hosting them, someone else will be, because I want to, first of all, enjoy the event as much as everyone else, but also I'll be uploading stuff to YouTube. I'll be kind of talking to the speakers behind the scenes to make sure they're all right, all that kind of stuff. So on day 1, we have Duncan Trice going to be doing the host. Day 2, we have Duncan Price. At that point, Duncan Price will be doing day 2, and then Keith Noble will be hosted day 3. They're all seasoned people for hosting events. Duncan and Wayne were my 2 hosts for last year. They did a fantastic job, and I'm so happy that Keith agreed to join the team as part of Grow Life. But also, I don't want to stress I don't want to underestimate the importance of having a team at this stage. They've been my bedrock all the way through this planning process. They are really good guys, and the support they've given me as the event organizer, spot on. So big shout out to Keith, Wayne, and Duncan. Big shout out for those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are
wicked, mate. And going back to the lineup, you know what I love about lineups as large as this, and it goes back to, you know, we'll have our favourites who we want to see and who we listen to, but it only just takes one speaker who we haven't heard of just to say one thing, and it can change everything.
Yes,
and this is the opportunity of bringing new people in. It just takes that one sentence for a penny to drop. You're on a different path, and it changes. And that excites me when you have lineups like that. I've never heard that people speak. What have they got to say? What's their angle? What's their story? Massively powerful.
I agree, and I love the mix of experienced speakers and not so experienced speakers on the lineup. Everyone gets equal billing because they're all spending their time doing that. But you have got some people who Grow Live is part and parcel of their day-to-day businesses. Let's not put it bluntly, it's day-to-day for them. I'm speaking in front of 45 minutes for an audience. But you've got some people who actually push themselves to do that. And for me to give them the opportunity for both parties to be able to see equal bidding, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Do you know, I just want to add on to that, and that's why I really came back. Like, it was a no-brainer as soon as I came in. I'm still, just to be clear, I'm very early in my speaker journey still, but I always look at Grow Live genuinely as really the start of something that I really started to put myself out there and had the confidence to put myself out there. So it's always a thank you to Grow Live for me to come back and do whatever I can, because I know getting out there and getting forward and doing things like this, massively important. So and just keep going with it, mate. It creates speakers for the future and gives them the confidence to do it. So massive opportunity, massive.
Yeah, absolutely. Gary, take a bow. So that the lineup's amazing, and like Chris said, you know, I a couple of years ago was a completely different person to I am now. And when you said about Grow Live last year, it was kind of, I'll be honest, I agreed to it straight away. But I was kind of like, I had nerves right up to the last moment, but I loved it. I went on to do it, and since then I've done, you know, talks for groups. I've done talks for, you know, networking groups and stuff, and I'm loving it. So, like Chris said, you know, massive thank you to you, Gary, for the opportunity.
Yeah. No, it's I don't do it for me. It's all about you guys, and seeing, you know, Simon, your journey over when I first spoken to you in December 2019, I think it was. Compared to now, it's mind-boggling how far you've come during that time. You've always had it in you. You're now starting to believe it, and that's why getting you in last year was fantastic. Getting you back even better. Keynote next year potentially. You know, you need to look up and get progression, dude. That's where you are, Chris. Your journey over the last 12 months has been spectacular as well. We've always known you're a damn good speaker, and you've proved that a number of times. But since you've launched a new website, you've got all your brand in there. You know, take it back to you. Your journey is fantastic there.
And all it is just saying yes. That's all it takes, and stepping forward. That's all it takes, and that's often the difference. You know, I've had my man that way, who's created the brand for me. Who I've said on Paul Newton's podcast actually, who we've all been on. You know, it was a massive push for me when Simon created my brand to actually push my forward, and it was that little thing that I needed. But yeah, it just shows what it's just turning up. That's all it is, turning up, taking the opportunity, saying yes, do it. Yeah. What's the worst thing that can happen? Do it.
Yeah. If I hadn't have just had that mud idea and said, you know what could I get these speakers, the previous guests for the podcast to do? Grow Live wouldn't have started last year. It wouldn't be this event this year. So that's all about, you know, everyone takes those opportunities, but it's about, you're right, identifying those opportunities and then having the confidence to be able to do that. So important. So important. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to finish off, and then we can finish this live within 40 minutes, which was always the unofficial lane. Hey,
so, like, means time we've got a meeting at 10. I'll see you in 20 minutes.
On that note, dudes, thank you very, very much. I'm going to just take you off a stream. It might take a few seconds for my phone to kind of catch up. Okay.
I'll throw myself out.
Hey, dude, thank you very much. So, if you're watching, that is the lineup for Grow Live 2021. We have got 9 sessions there. Tickets go on sale on the 30th of July for 49 quid. It is a steal at that price. If you want to get involved with the event itself, there's a newsletter that you can sign up to. Pop onto the website, which I'll put a link into the comments, which is growmarketingmedia.com/Grow Live 2021 full lineup. It's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be an amazing event. Thank you so much for everybody who's been part of it up until this point and in the future. Thank you very much to my hosts, Duncan, Wayne, and Keith. Thank you very much for all of the speakers. Thank you for Chris and Simon for joining me on live. And this is just the start. Over the next 30 days, I'm going to be sharing more stuff on social from the speakers. some of their previous episodes. So it's going to be a fun ride. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to call it a day there. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.